Hey guys, Pastor Dustin here. I just want to let you know about some potentially exciting things in Community's future. In 17 years of Community Southern Baptist Church, we've been gone from meeting in Daryl and Donna's living room to what used to be the little school's daycare gymnasium to this wonderful multi-purpose building that we have now that has served us well in so many ways. God has continued to be kind and faithful to us, but I think it's time we start thinking about what the next steps are. A few years ago, we were talking about this in Deacon's meeting, and I read them this verse. Isaiah 54:2 says, "Enlarge the place of your tent, and let the curtains of your habitations be stretched out. Do not hold back. Lengthen your cords and strengthen your stakes." You see, God was preparing to bless Israel, but He wanted them to be prepared for their blessing. And there was a time when I didn't think we were ready for that. And so in the last couple of years, we've done some things. We've ramped up our discipleship. We've hired staff. We've done some things to be prepared for growth, and I think we're ready. I believe we have the right people in the right places at Community. We have great staff that cover my weaknesses and my failures. We have great teachers and volunteers. We have a great spirit, and most importantly, we serve a great God. Now, I don't get super excited about buildings, but what I do get excited about is this isn't just a building, it's a place where we get to do ministry, a place where we get to show and share the love of Jesus Christ. Our space has become what I think is a limiting factor. I believe that we need more room to show and share the love of Jesus. We're not trying to build a shrine to ourselves. We don't want the biggest and the best with all the amenities. We don't want a cruise ship. We want a battleship where we can go to war with Satan and take back what he stole from us. Our vision is big, but our God is bigger, and I'm asking you to be a part of it. So I want you to pray and to think about what your role will be in helping advance God's kingdom in our community.
This is Aaron McGuire. I'm one of the elders at Community Southern Baptist Church. I wanted to talk to you today about the need for a new building, or at least for renovation at Community Southern Baptist Church. If you've been here any amount of time, you can see that God is wonderfully blessing us with more people, with more ministry, and more opportunities, which is most important, to share the gospel and see people come to Christ. And so in order to do that, that takes space as well as finances that's needed to further the kingdom. And so what we want to do today is share our vision for you to help you see why we need the space, and also help you to understand what commitment we need from you as we move forward in our building project. I want to talk to you now about what has transpired over the last 6 months to a year. And there's been a lot of work going on in the background that many people don't know about, but we want to be well prepared and well thought of how we want to proceed. So we have met with different companies, and we have come to the conclusion to allow SBI, it's a company in Springfield, Missouri, to design, to guide us, and to give us direction on what is best for our current building as well as possibly a new building. In that, they also are willing to work within the budget that we have agreed upon, and I am going to go over, as you will see, some more slides coming up in the video. I want to talk to you now about the actual cost of the building for CSBC, so that you have a better understanding of, one, how to pray, and two, also to know what you are willing to give to help us reach this goal. The total cost of the building project will be around $1.75 million. Now I want to talk to you about what current funds are available. In the CSBC building funded alone, we have a little over $200,000. The elders and deacons have committed over a 3-year period of $100,000. We will be able to manage paying a loan of $700,000, giving us a total of $1 million. So as you can see, there is a gap of $750,000. From the $1.75 million, there's a left of $250,000. This $250,000 will go into 3 categories. The first category is the SBI fee that they charge us in order to navigate this building project. The second cost is the design fee itself, as we work with architects, civil engineers, and different people to make sure that the building is up to code and appropriate. And then the last amount is for furniture and any other extra things needed to basically furnish the building. So I want to address the commitment. We need $750,000. What we're asking of you is 2 things. Number one, we need you to pray about what you can give over the next month to 2 months, as we will have a big commitment Sunday. In doing that, we need $750,000 over 3 years to pledge. If that's something you don't feel you can do, the other option is you can buy a square foot per se. That can range anywhere from $175 to $200 a square foot. So if you want to buy a square foot, you can give that way. So to review, I just want to make sure everybody understands today that the total cost is $1.75. The building itself is $1.5. $250,000 will be left for extra expenses. And we need you as a church to pray. And we need a commitment of $750,000 in order to do what God has called us to do. Will you pray with us and will you give with us?
So the most important thing you guys can do is pray. Pray for God's will to be done in our church, to be done in our community. I want you to think about what you're going to give, how you're going to help, how you're going to contribute. I want you to be a part of what God's doing at Community Southern Baptist Church.